The night she forgot her phone. It was 11:47 p.m. when Daniel heard a sound that would change everything. A single phone vibration on the kitchen counter. Not just any phone, her phone. Emily never left it behind, not once in 5 years of marriage. He glanced toward the counter, the screen lit up in the dark. And in those glowing pixels, his world quietly began to collapse. Can't sleep without you tonight, heart. The message sat there, taunting him like a ghost. It wasn't from him, it wasn't even to him. Daniel stood still, heart thundering in his chest. For a moment, he tried to rationalize. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe a friend joking. But the name above the message caught his eye. Grace. Grace? He didn't know any Grace, neither did Emily. Then, another vibration. I miss your scent on my pillow. Daniel's throat went dry. His hands trembled as he reached for the phone. It wasn't locked. Emily trusted him enough to never hide anything. Or maybe she just thought he'd never look. As the chat opened, the screen filled with messages. Long threads of midnight conversations, heart emojis, and stolen promises. Then came the photos. A hotel room, a dinner table. Emily's laughter, the same one she used to give him, now captured for someone else. He scrolled up to the date, their 5th wedding anniversary. That same night, while he sat beside her watching old movies, she was texting another man, saying, I wish you were here instead. Daniel felt his knees weaken. The kitchen blurred. He pressed the phone to his chest as if that could stop his heart from breaking. He wanted to scream, to cry, to throw something. But all he did was stand there, silent as the rain outside grew heavier. His mind replayed everything. The sudden late work shifts, the quiet phone calls she took outside. The new perfume she wore, just because. He never questioned her. He was proud of that. Because love, to him, meant trust. He whispered to the empty room, I trusted you, more than I trusted myself. Then came the sound of keys turning in the lock. Emily stepped in, hair damp from the rain, holding 2 paper cups. Hey, she smiled softly. I got us coffee. Couldn't sleep either. Daniel didn't move. He just placed her phone on the table, screen facing up. Her eyes fell on it, and everything in her face changed. The color drained from her cheeks. Her fingers tightened around the coffee cup. Where did you find that? She asked, voice shaking. Right where you left it, he replied quietly. Next to my trust. The silence that followed was suffocating. She set the cup down carefully, as if afraid to make a sound. Tears welled in her eyes before the words even formed. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered. I swear, Daniel, it just happened. He looked at her, not with anger, but disbelief. How does betrayal just happen, Emily? You plan the lies, you hide the phone, you change the names. She shook her head, stepping closer. It wasn't about love. I felt invisible, Daniel. You've been distant, busy, always tired. Don't you dare, he interrupted, his voice trembling. Don't you dare blame my exhaustion for your choices. She cried harder. I'm sorry. I don't even know who I am anymore. He exhaled shakily. I know who you are, he said softly. You're the woman I gave my heart to, and the one who taught me how fragile trust really is. Emily reached out, desperate to touch his hand, but he stepped back. I read everything, he whispered. The dinners, the weekends, the hotel, even the message you sent while we were cutting our anniversary cake. She sobbed quietly. Daniel, please, I made a mistake. He looked at her one last time, eyes red, voice breaking. No, Emily, a mistake is dropping your coffee. This was a decision. Then he took a slow breath, grabbed his jacket, and walked toward the door. His voice cracked as he turned the handle. "I loved you enough to never check your phone. You loved him enough to make me." He stepped out into the rain without looking back. The next morning, Emily sat alone at the kitchen table. The coffee cups were still there, one untouched, one half empty. His jacket still hung on the chair. She scrolled through her phone, staring at their old photos, vacations, birthdays, laughter. Her tears blurred the screen. The man she had cheated with had already blocked her. The fantasy was gone. Only silence remained, the kind that echoes louder than words. Sometimes the biggest heartbreak doesn't come from losing someone. It comes from realizing they were never really yours to lose, not after the lies. Daniel never came back. He didn't yell, he didn't beg for closure. He simply let silence speak for him, the loudest goodbye of all. If you were Daniel, would you forgive, confront, or walk away quietly?